Welcome to the Full Scale Fishing Adventures. Today we are up the creek. We're in Weipa, and what I love about this style of fishing is there's so much different stuff to catch. We've got a really nice section of river to fish. I've got my plastic all rigged up. I'm going to start casting. Let's do it. So I've done the run up the river. It's probably 15 k's from the mouth, and what I'm doing is just fishing either side of the low tide. So we've got the last bit of the run out at the moment, and then we can fish the run in, and you never know what's going to happen like that. Sometimes, you know, you get the fish that'll bite and then they'll fall off. I don't know what that was, but that was so angry. Jeez. Yep. What is that? Going around at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Oh, everything is so angry up this way. Oh, nice fish. It's a GT. That is uber cool. So cool how you get GT so far up the river. And man, do they pull so hard. Come on. There's another one with him there too. This one's like super jet black. That is awesome. Whew. How cool is it that you can just chuck a plastic into a snag like that and catch an angry as GT right up the river. Oh, nice fish. Oh, check him out. Settle down. Look at him. Beautiful, beautiful bronze coloured GT. And it's so fun coming up and exploring these creeks, chucking around plastics, getting absolutely stretched by all manner of things. That is awesome. What a way to open the account. Off he goes. Nice. That was fun. Now how good is it? Z-Mans, after being destroyed, just pull them back into shape. Not a lot of things you can't catch on a soft plastic in these sorts of creeks. So I've got, once again, it's the 5-inch diesel minnow. I've rigged it up on a weedless jig head so I can get it right in there, because with this style of fishing you really want to punch it as hard in as you can to that structure, because particularly when the tide's going, those fish are going to be tucked in right close to the bank generally. Ooh, that's going to get demolished. Oh, something's on it. You can just tell that big bit of thick overhanging stuff. There's something that knocked it in there, but it didn't quite eat it properly. See if he wants to have another crack. Nah. What a spectacular place. Make the dash across to the other side. I've just noticed, whoa, apart from all the big milkfish in the middle of the river, there's like a really good run of snags, so that's where I want to be. I know they're never going to eat it, but it would be nice if they did. Crocodile. Something in the bushes there. Hear it? Here it comes. Big croc. That's cool. Got him that time. It's a Is it a barra? Could be a barra. It's a barra. Very, very nice. I knew coming up to that snag, it's like the best bit along this bank. It's got all the current coming across it. It's got the perfect little hidey spot. We've got our first barra. I'm going to try and get him in before that big crocodile comes and eats him. Nice! Beautiful. Creek barra, that is a stunner. Check him out. This is like the prime thing to come up and catch in these creeks. These beautiful barramundi. And that first one had that smash at it, but I didn't quite get him. But I got the second one. I reckon there might be a few more in there. We'll just see what happens. But beautiful Queensland barramundi. Absolutely love these fish. And because we're going right past where that crocodile was, I'm just gonna drop him back in. I don't want to have our friend just appear from underneath the boat and get back up onto that snag. Does seem every time you come up to a good looking snag, it's within the first few casts. I think every cast after that, your chances just seem to go down a lot. Oh! Man, did that belt that one. Well, that took me by surprise. Actually sitting a bit further up. What is it? It's Queenie! That was cool. I wouldn't expect Queenies to be this far up the creek, but they are, and they're out of control. Shortest Queenie fight ever. Oh, come on. I kind of don't want to bring him in the boat because he's just going to go absolutely burko. Hey, hey! I don't think that was what grabbed the lure, but I'll take it. A big Queenie up the creek. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Settle, settle. Creek Queenie. Just shows the variety of species you can catch up the creek. All right, get him back in. Here we go. It's so windy. I really would not be without the pedal on the electric. Just keeps my hands free to do all the casting, because especially in the wind. There he is. Another barra. Awesome. He came back for a third go. Oh, settle down, buddy. Come on. We're fishing 30 pound, full lock. You just never know what's going to happen up these creeks. Oh, there we go, another barra. Beautiful fish. This one's got all his tail, which is quite nice. Give you a quick look at him. Ah, feisty barra. Shows you changing those the action on the lure, just jerking it around a bit more, giving it that bit more action. Came up with the goods, and that snag has just been on fire. Beautiful fish, man. I love these barras. All right, he can go back in. There he goes. There he is. Oh, that is loaded, that snag, with barras. And how awesome is this? Like, if we were out on the coast, we'd be getting absolutely smashed by the wind. But it just shows you weeper, you can come up, you've got so many options, and coming up and spending a day chucking plastics at all the snags. Ah, it's time well spent, because it is so much fun. No wonder they can smash the lures so well, and all the bait fish, because they've got such a big bucket mouth. That's not the biggest fish in the world, but it has got a really big mouth. And they just implosion feed and everything just disappears down there. Beautiful. All right. Off he goes. It's interesting, I was actually talking to someone at the camp the other day and they didn't realise that, you know, these Z-Mans, they've got the Elastotech and they just last so much longer than a standard plastic. So good. Now, as much as you can have a really good sounder, still so important to fish with your eyes, because I could see these snags from like down the river a bit and they've produced all the fish. So just keep scanning the water. You'll be able to see these, like the biggest snags that are in the water, and they're the ones that are going to hold the fish. It's interesting, I've had quite a few casts in there and the first 3 or whatever it was, they just smashed it. Whereas I've had the last few hits, they're hitting it but they're not quite committing. And I've got some really nice water to fish, so as hard as it is to leave this little bit, I'm gonna keep moving along. Give them a rest. I can always come back, but there's so much to fish, I probably won't. I'm surprised there's no barramundi on there. There is literally thousands of mullets stacked up on that other side, right on that current edge. That is just crazy. There is so many. Yep, got him. Well, my theory about the barra not liking the mullet was quickly proven wrong. They are so good. That is a very nice fish. I'm gonna get the net out quickly. Don't you come off. He is a stunning fish. Beautiful. Nice barra, check that out. Oh, that is a good creek barra. What a cracker. Hey, 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 settle down. All right. Hey, he has just woofed that. Something stupid. He's bleeding a little bit, so I'd planned on taking one home for dinner. So I think this is the perfect candidate, and dispatch of him, put him in the esky, and it's barra on the campfire tonight, which is just such a treat. Really, really stoked with that fish. That is super cool. All right, dude, you're coming home with us. It's him. It's him. Nice barra. That is a tank. Beautiful fish. I just come to the top side of that snag. I knew there had to be more in there because that is just the prime snag on the bend there. And that is the barra of the day. Cracking fish. Cracking fish. He's had a bit of a hard time, this barra. Something's taken a big divot out of his head. But he was still happy enough to eat the plastic though. Good fish. Oh, totally soaked me. Come back here. Come on. Up you come. Oh, he wasn't giving up yet. Oh, bad net shot. He gave me a shot and I blew it. He's gonna give me another one. Very nice. That is a sensational fish. Check this out. What a cracking fish. Oh, it was just the prime snag on that bend. There had to be a really good fish in there. And I'm a firm believer it's the same down in the Murray, where you get the best snag on the river and it's going to hold the best fish. And that is just a sensational creek barra. That's what everyone wants to come up here and catch. And it's so easy to understand because they are so much fun. Just absolutely love chucking lures at snags, particularly when there's barramundi to catch. Now check this out. Something has absolutely smashed the top of him. So, and that looks reasonably fresh, but he was still happy enough to eat the plastic. So I think you've had a hard life, dude. I think you can go back in the drink. That is beautiful, really happy with that fish. Gonna pop the hook out here. I'd say he'd be in the 80s. Really nice fish, and that was just so lightly hooked. Beautiful fish. All right, dude, you can go back in. Awesome. That was super special. Well, I'm going to work my way down to the mouth, going to go check out the flats this afternoon. Make sure you check out next week's Tech Talk, which will run through all the gear I've used in this episode, which will help you next time you come out and fish the river for yourself.